front porch Thursday. Front porch Thursday, yeah. How do you sing? How do you sing along when you're tapping these crazy harmonics on the front? You just don't. On the front porch, yeah. On the front porch with Vicki Genfan. On the front porch, and it's Thursday once more. Once more, it's Thursday. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. Front Porch Thursday, I'm Vicki Genfan. We have a special musical guest coming up in a little while, Glenn Roth, extraordinarily beautiful guitar player. He'll get to tell some cool stories to you about his world playing music underground of New York City. And so I want to remind you, share this while it's live. You can win an M-Bass, which I will show you in a little while. In the meantime, I'm going to play a song for all the cats. I know there are a lot of cats out there, and I don't mean cats, people cats. I mean cats as in purring cats. And it is a sing-along, and the last word is the sing-along. The sing-along happens at the very end. It's the last word of the whole song, which, by the way, the song is an instrumental. But the last word is meow. So I'm counting on you to sing meow so loud that I can hear you all the way in North Carolina and that my dog Lucky, who's sitting by the window, can hear you. This is called Cali Dreams. Thanks for being with us. Oh. Nice one. Thank you, everybody. That was awesome. That was truly awesome. I heard you. I did. Y'all can win this baby by sharing this while it's live. So at the end of the show, I can see how many shares there were. For those of you that have privacy settings that don't let me see who you are, even though I know that you shared, there's a number, you're counted, but I can't see you because of your privacy settings. You can you can send me a messenger, email, text, whatever that thing is called, message, saying, I did share, even though you can't see my privacy settings, and I will write you in and tell me how many times you shared. So this is the M bass. I love it. It's tiny and it's cool. And you can plug it in and play in a band. It's just really cool. It's got a pickup. It's got some EQ. These are rubber strings. Thank you, Gold Tone Music, for supporting us in this way. We really appreciate it, and can't wait to give somebody that awesome thing. Happy Passover, happy Easter. It's that time of year, and normally I am Jewish, and I do love matzah brie. If you don't know what matzah brie is, you must just try it. You must make it. Get a recipe. You take matzah, you wet it, get it mushy, mix it up with egg, and you fry it up. And I don't have matzah this year because Food Lion in North Carolina, Pilot Mountain, doesn't have it. Dang. Oh, am I wanting that? Okay, so that's enough of that. Happy matzah brie. I want to just take another moment and thank another company that's been with me for so many years, D'Addario Strings. This past year, during the pandemic lockdown-y thing, they were gracious enough to allow me to try out a new version of their coated strings. And for those of you that aren't players, guitar strings can be coated or uncoated. Coated strings are the idea is that they're a little they move, let your fingers move a little easier. Maybe there's not so much squeaky noise. There's coated, uncoated, and D'Addario is now making this. They're trying to be the world's best, and they may have just done it. This particular model is called XS, and I just got mine in the mail for being a participant. I tried these strings, and I was supposed to write down the results after 2 weeks, and I forgot, and I kept playing and kept playing and kept playing for over 2 months, and I loved the strings, sound and feel. They did not feel too slippery to me. The sound was warm and big, and after way longer than should have been. So I get to use this really beautiful white string winder, put these strings on, and next week you're going to hear them. So thank you, D'Addario. I always get confused, but you guys have been with me for so long, and I love you for all of that support, and you make great strings. It's April. It's April. It's April Fool's Day, people. And while I never was a huge April Fool's person, I think we should just say a little bit about it. And I didn't really know that it was such an old thing. April 1st, 1700, English pranksters began popularizing the annual tradition of April Fool's Day by playing practical jokes on each other. While I am reading this, I want you to share with us if you've done a particularly pranksterly prank in your past. Just let us know. Okay, so 1700. Although the day, also called All Fool's Day, has been celebrated for several centuries by different cultures, its exact origins remain a mystery. Some historians speculate that April Fool's Day dates back to 1582, when France switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar as called for by the Council of Trent in 1563. People who were slow to get the news or failed to recognize the start of the new year had moved to January 1st and continued to celebrate it during the last week of March through April 1st. became the butt of jokes and hoaxes. These pranks included having paper fish placed on their backs as being referred to as Poisson d'Avril, April fish, said to symbolize a young, easily hooked fish and gullible person. April Fool's Day spread throughout Britain during the 18th century. In Scotland, the tradition became a 2-day event. Go, Scotland! Starting with hunting the gawk, in which people were sent on phony errands. Gawk is a word for cuckoo bird, a symbol for fool, and followed by Tally Day, which involved pranks played on people's derrieres, such as painting fake tails or kick-me signs on them. All right, I did go through a list of the world's most outrageous pranks. You know, I don't know, you all probably have more pranky pranks than I didn't find amazing things. However, being the foodie and always thinking about breakfast on this show, as I do, I found one that I want to share with you about spaghetti. The Great Spaghetti Harvest. One of the most famous April Fool's Day pranks of all time is the BBC, no less. The BBC's famous Spaghetti Harvest segment. On April 1st, 1957, a news broadcaster told his British audience that Ticino, a Swiss region near the Italian border, had an exceptionally heavy spaghetti crop that year. The camera cut to footage of people picking spaghetti off trees and bushes, then sitting down at a table to eat some of their real homegrown spaghetti. I couldn't find any pictures of their actual meals. At the time, spaghetti wasn't necessarily a dish that British people would have known about. That doesn't mean that no one realized the segment was a prank. Some viewers were upset that the BBC had aired a fictional segment during a serious news program. But other viewers reportedly asked about how they could grow their own spaghetti at home. So there you have it, folks. Spaghetti harvest. We do not have spaghetti down here in North Carolina. We will be talking for a moment about the Guitar Cloud Symposium coming up, though, in April, which has nothing to do with spaghetti. So it is April. It's April 1st, starting on the 16th through the 19th. We're going to have our 4-day Guitar Cloud Symposium, and this one is so awesome. I know we say that about them all. We have 6 instructors. We have special hang time with Toto's Steve Lukather, people. Just so you know, our symposiums are very much geared towards all different levels. We want you to be able to do basic stuff for sure, but there's a lot of stuff in there that isn't just super fast playing licks, lead lines, and stuff like that. I'll be teaching a percussive techniques module. I'll be teaching about acoustic guitar pickups this time, what you might want for the kind of playing you do. And I'll be doing a really fun segment on how to integrate singing with your guitar playing, because it's not always that easy. Once you've been playing for a while and you want to add your singing, it may be like precarious. So we're going to do a step-by-step process of how to do that. The other instructors are brilliant, wonderful. I always love to watch their little modules. I continue to learn. You can register now on the website, Guitar Cloud Symposium. So, yay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to bring us our weather woman from somewhere in the world, I believe New York, of some area of New York. Let us welcome Kelly Bedwell.
Hello, Vicki.
Hey.
Good afternoon. This is Kelly Bedwell reporting to you from WKFU, your Brooklyn weather station. So yes, I'm in Brooklyn,
there
in
you
the
go.
Kensington neighborhood. So it's raining, so therefore I stick close to the apartment. The weather report is, it's cold. It's cold out here. It's colder than I thought it was going to be. And there's a big storm coming up from the south, going straight up the East Coast through North Carolina. I heard it's cold in North Carolina. And it's going to be a lot of rain, hail, very cold temperatures, even down in Georgia, Alabama, close to freezing. Tonight, the low is going to be 29 degrees. So, but then it's going to get warm next week. So, you know, before we know it, spring will be here, and then I'll be saying, oh my God, I'm so hot. So I'm basically just never happy about the weather, except on these beautiful 70-degree days. So anyway, just thinking, what do I want to talk about today? And I feel I'm kind of sad. It feels like there's a pall across this whole country. First of all, COVID deaths are about to hit 550,000. And the George Floyd murder trial that started on Monday is just so emotionally devastating. I turn it on and then I can't even watch it. So I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm just concerned. Also, yeah, we're getting back to normal here in the United States, which means mass murders. So the one in Atlanta and the one in Boulder, Colorado. But I guess last night something happened in Orange County, California. I guess there's going to be a report, press conference soon. Anyway, I just want to say that this stuff makes me sad. But also, there's a lot of beauty in this country. It's a beautiful country, and there are a lot of wonderful people helping each other through all this hell. Anyway, I have a little April Fool's story. First of all, a couple of years in a row, I changed my birthday to April 1 on Facebook and got all these birthday wishes. Pretty funny, but they won't let me do it anymore. The other thing is years ago, a Park Slope, Brooklyn weekly newspaper, they were talking about how in Brooklyn Heights, which is a more trendy spot with kind of like richer people, was only going to have premium beers and imported beers sold in the bars. And I was getting annoyed. I was like, they can't do that. And then they're also talking about all the gefilte fish in the Gowanus Canal, which is sort of a mucky, yucky canal. And I believe that too. I barely know what a gefilte fish was. I would also like to say that I've never had matzo brie, so this is something I'm going to have. I know your guest coming up soon is from Connecticut, and I looked at his profile to find out where he's from. That's basically going to be the same weather as here. But one of my high school friends, Carol Freud Spiegel, is Facebook friends with him. So I found that to be very interesting. All right, so I guess that's it for today. Anything else, Vicki?
No. No.
All right.
I'm good. Thank you for that.
This is Kelly Bedwell reporting to you from WKFU, New York weather. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Kel. All right, people. It's time for the sweet, cute animal segment that we don't always have, but we're having one today. And to help me talk about this particular segment, I've invited 99, who's an old friend of mine, and it is her birthday today. Happy birthday, 99. Hi, thank you. Yeah, it's your freaking birthday. How old are you? 1. What do you mean 1? I'm 1. Every year I'm 1.
No, every year she's 2.
Oh, I made a mistake. Every year I'm 2. Oh, so you're 2 this year? Uh-huh. Okay, let's talk about this story. I thought you would just want to be part of it. This is just so cute. I can't take it. Stray dog kept sneaking into dollar store for a stuffed unicorn who was also purple, by the way. Now he and the toy have a new forever home. So shoplifting and petty theft are no laughing matter, except when the culprit is a cute canine kleptomaniac determined to liberate a certain stuffed purple unicorn from the confines of a North Carolina, my state, Dollar General store. So here's the thing. I don't have to read it. The bottom line is this, 99. This was so cute. Stray dog. The dog really wanted that stuffed animal. Found itself in that store, in that dollar store, 5 times. They shoot it away, kept coming back. They shoot him away, they kept coming back. 5 times. Finally, they did call the local authorities. Came down. The officer, whoever it was that took in the dog to the local stray dog home, bought the unicorn. Okay, is that just too sweet? Oh my God. Yeah, it's just too freaking sweet. Thank you for doing that. Bought the unicorn, took him to the what do you call it? The place, the what? The shelter, the animal control shelter. Yeah, took the dog and the unicorn to this shelter, at which point the shelter then donated 10 more unicorns to the shelter for other animals. And is that not the sweetest little story you've ever heard? So that's our sweet, cute animal story. Thank you, 99. And we'll talk to you another time, won't we? Cool. And are we ready? What time is it here okay. So did want to mention this before we bring on our guest, Glenn, who I know is waiting. I just wanted to let you know that another guest that we've had on, and a dear friend of ours here at the show, is KJ Denhert. And KJ has got, she's been doing a series of what she calls love streams, which are live streams full of love and full of KJ music with great musicians accompanying her. This is going to be number 3 coming up on Saturday. I have put a link in the links above, so please check out. If you don't know KJ's music yet, you have to. And if you know it, then you are automatically going to the concert on Saturday. So there you have it. And let me tell you a little bit about our guest today. Glenn and I were lucky enough to play together. I don't know, was it in Connecticut? Was it in Jersey? I don't remember. It was, one of those, maybe Connecticut. So Glenn's been playing guitar for probably forever. Not that he's that old, but I think he's been playing probably a really long time. Has a beautiful style, beautiful feel. And I know that one of his main venues has been the underground of New York City, which is quite fascinating. I actually think I did one gig. I went to the trouble of auditioning. I got a license, which is a plaque that says you can play in the New York City subway system. And then I continued to travel and tour out of the country for so much of the year that I didn't really get a chance to get comfortable or to find my place in the subway system of New York. But Glenn is a professional. I call him the king of the underground. And he'll tell us a little bit about that and just also what's been going on for him this year without being able to go into the subways. So without much more ado, you ready to come out, Glenn?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the show. Everybody put your hands together for Glenn Roth. Hey.
Hey, everyone. How are you?
We're good. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm just...
What happened?
I was just moving myself so I could see you. There we go.
Okay.
I'm here.
All right.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. So you are in Connecticut. What part of Connecticut?
Yeah, I live in Norwalk, and we had that show up in northern Connecticut in Stafford, Connecticut many years ago.
That's right.
Yeah, that was a cool venue.
Yeah, it was a really sweet place.
Yeah.
Yeah, of which
But,
hopefully it would still is that place still going?
No, it went under, and hopefully we can get back up to that area, you know?
Yeah. So how has this year been for you?
You know, it's been a challenging year like everyone, and but I've been fortunate to, get through it health-wise and also mentally, just it was a dark year, that's a good way to sum it up. Not much going on, but I took to the internet, did a lot of live streams and, kept performing with the mask on whenever I could. And it got really slow over the winter, and now things are skyrocketing and starting to really pick up again. So I'm looking forward to getting out there in the summer to perform again.
Yeah. You just said you just got a gig recently for a couple of nights a week at a restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a new residency and, just been continuing just to work on my craft and write music, arrange music, and, look towards the future, basically. That's what we got to do now.
Yeah. I've been noticing, perusing through your social media stuff, I saw a bunch of videos. Have you made a lot of those this year?
Yeah, I did, probably the last 5 or 6 in the last 6 months. And, I've been working at that for years, trying to improve my quality and make some, savvy looking videos right here in my home with my little studio down there. And
Yeah.
trying to make it look like the way you're looking right now with that good lighting and everything.
Thank you. Well, I think they look and sound really great. So I encourage people to check out Glenn's, his Facebook page. You'll see a bunch of these really beautiful videos. Also, they're on YouTube, right?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Yeah, really nice stuff. Why don't you just start with a song for us?
Yeah. Here's a new tune that I'm going to be releasing on all the digital streaming platforms on April 15th. This is a song called Bumblebee Bliss.
Beautiful, Glenn.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, what goes into naming an instrumental?
Yeah, a lot. Very tricky to name instrumentals. You know, I've always searching for inspiration. This particular piece, a friend of mine, my good friend Judson, actually named the song for me. I was writing it and just was conversing with him, sent him the track, and he goes, "Oh, that could be called Bumblebee Bliss." I was like, that's interesting. So I just kind of rolled with that title.
Mm-hmm.
But this next tune I wrote for our new kitten, little baby Jet. We just got a new cat.
Oh, It's a
And
cat. It's an animal day for sure on the
it's
show
an
today.
animal day. We just had to lock her out of here because she was bothering me as I was setting up, like they always do. But so I search for inspiration, things in my life, places I've traveled to. Just, try to seek what the song is speaking to me. But it's, it could be anything you want, right?
Have you ever had a title that just came to you and then you wrote the song after the title?
Yeah, I've been doing this new thing now with the streaming networks on Spotify with coming up with an image for each song. So, Bumblebee Bliss, I had a picture of the bumblebee, so I'm using that, and that kind of played into it a little bit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I have a certain, moving forward, I have certain images that I want to write music to if I can.
Cool. Very cool. All right. Kitty song.
Yeah, so this is a song I wrote for Baby Jet. This one's called Jet's Arrival. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Now, are you using just standard tuning, or do you have some slight
Special
alterations?
tuning. Yeah, I like to play in, mostly open tunings with a lot of my originals. There's only like 5, I can count them on my hand, the originals I've played in standard tuning.
And what
But yeah,
tuning was that?
This is going to lead me to my next song. This is a tuning I learned from the great Jimmy Page. This is, I didn't learn it personally from him, but D, G, C, D, I'm sorry, D, G, C, G, C, D.
Interesting.
D, G, C, G, C, D.
Huh. I have one that's C, G, D, G, C, D.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
there's
then
so
I
many
like-
variations. That's
I
great.
love when I find them next to the tunings that I'm already writing in, and then I could bounce between them pretty quickly,
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just like, being in the different tunings to explore all sorts of different worlds. You could understand that.
Yes, definitely. Just tell us a little bit about what you liked most, maybe, or what you liked least about working in this underground for all those
Ooh.
years.
Well, there's been so many amazing things that have happened.
I bet.
It's a hard environment. It's been very challenging, but I'm a professional busker. I've been at it for 15 years, and the pros are playing the music to the world. You never know who's going to be there listening. People from all over the world are there in Grand Central Station and beyond, and then the cons, I guess, are lugging the equipment around, dealing with the harsh environments. It's just a hard thing to do. And, I'm glad I just have a piece of that in my life. I feel very fortunate to be down there doing that. And, it's just been a wild journey for the last 15 years. So I can't wait to get back down there.
So you're planning to go back down when it feels safe?
Yeah, I've been conversing with them, and it's probably going to get going later this year, I would assume, but I'll just have to see how I feel. And if I think I'll be going back down because I'll be fully vaccinated in like 2 weeks, and we'll see what the future holds,
Yeah. Cool.
But,
So if
can't wait to
anybody
break
has
the
any
news.
questions for Glenn regarding like what life playing in Grand Central Terminal and those places, let us know.
Have you seen you could check out my Busker TV series on YouTube. There's 53 episodes.
I did
Check 'em out.
I watched some of them. I didn't watch all 53, but yeah, check those out
Yeah.
to get a real from behind this. You get
Exactly.
Glenn's eye view of what's going on. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. So you want to hear this? I was going to play this song by Jimmy Page and Led Zeppelin.
Oh, cool. Go
So
for it.
I like to find my inspiration. If I learn a song like this, then I'll stay in this tuning and I'll just keep writing in this tuning. So shout out to Jimmy Page and thanks for the knowledge. So this is a beautiful song. I recently released this, and people are enjoying this on the streaming world. This one's called The Rain Song.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Wow, I love those, those Jimmy Page harmonies. Those are so beautiful, some of those chords. Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Just love that song. I had to condense it a little bit because it's a 7-minute song.
Cool. Do you mind telling? You don't have to go into the detail of it, other than just to tell people a little bit about your Spotify stuff and what you've been up to with that, because I found that fascinating.
Yeah, so it's been going on for about 3 years now. My girlfriend Grace and I have been working really hard at getting my music out to the world via Spotify. We work within these different groups on Facebook, and shout out to my friend Lance Allen for kind of leading the pack. And we all work in the Spotify gang, the Acoustic Guitar Cafe, and a handful of different groups, and we help each other out by putting our each other's music on our own personal playlists. And it's a lot of playlisting going on, adding music to different playlists. And then the goal is to get notified, get noticed by Spotify and to get on one of their big playlists. So my cover of Goodbye Yellow Brick Road got added to my first Spotify editorial, which is pretty big news.
Great.
And we're just going to keep working at it. All the new music I release, like Bumblebee Bliss, is coming out soon, and I'll do as much promo on that as I can. And, just kind of segueing into the future, the digital revolution. And I'm still going to be making CDs and albums, and we'll just see how it all transitions moving forward,
Cool. Yeah. So
there's more to it. It's just a lot of internet work with it,
like diving into the subzones of.
Yeah, and a lot happened 3 years ago, and now it's very saturated with a lot of people doing it. So it's much harder to get into now, I think. Kind of got into it at the right moment, and with the right type of music, this instrumental music is kind of leading it where I'm heading.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, so very excited to be involved in that.
Yeah. Anything else you want to share with people? Anything you want to let them know you'll be up to in the upcoming?
Yeah, please visit my website, glennroth.com, and I'm gearing up for a super busy year this year, so I'll be performing a lot in and around Connecticut. I have gigs in Jersey, New York, Connecticut, and then hopefully later this year be heading out on tour somewhere in the States, and then beyond, eventually, keeping our fingers crossed. But check out my YouTube channel and all my social medias, Glenn Roth, all across the board.
Cool. Yep. We know where to find you. And there's links above here, too, to all your stuff.
And thank you, Vicki, for having me on. It's been really great to reconnect with you.
Yeah, it's been great. Really glad you were able to do this.
Yeah, you have a great show here.
Thank you. So come on, one more song from you.
All right, here we go. This is a cool song I wrote called Moroccan Christmas.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
All right.
That's beautiful. Yeah,
you so
that was
much.
really great. So, lots of fun. Now, what tuning was that in?
That's the standard.
That good old standard I've heard about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
just harmonic minor.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure to have you. Everybody, check out more of Glenn's stuff. You know where to find him. Thank you. I hope we get to cross
We'll cross
paths
paths soon, all right?
in the flesh sometime soon. Be well.
Thanks for having me on, Vicki. Thank you, Tay, too.
Thanks, Glenn.
All
All
right,
right,
Vicki.
everybody.
Have a good day. I'll talk to you soon, all right?
You got it.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you to Glenn Roth. Hey, I'm Vicki Genfan. This is Front Porch Thursday, and we've been doing this for just about a year. We're on episode, I think, 49, Tay? 48. 49, 50, 51, 52. 4 more episodes until we mark our year. And wow. So, yeah, we're still going to do this, even though some live gigs are coming up. I mean, live things are happening. Let's remind you, I'm reminding you that you should win this M-Bass from Gold Tone by sharing. And I know a lot of you have already shared, so thank you. You have time. Once the show's over for today, even though it will be archived, I'm only going to take the sharers of today live. So please share. Tell your friends about it. And, yeah, M bass from Goldtone. It's really a massively fun instrument. Even if you're not a bass player yet, you'll dig it. It's so easy. So easy to play. Sounds killer. All right. Coming towards the end of the show, and I'm going to read a little bit. I would just say stuff. Oh, let's talk about, before we do that, my friend KJ Denhert. I did mention she's got an awesome concert coming up, live stream. It's a Lovestream, she calls it, which is so what it is. You will love KJ. You'll love her music. You'll love her band. Saturday, check out the link. It is listed above. KJ's just an amazing human and musician and songwriter and band leader.
It's tonight.
No, it's Saturday, Tay.
Oh, right. Today's Thursday.
Yeah, Tay's thinking it's Saturday. She thought it was Saturday on Tuesday. You think every day is Saturday in a pandemic, don't you? Kind of feels that way, folks. But, so yeah, check out KJ. And I'm going to just read a little bit here because it's important stuff. I don't want to mumble my way through it. You all know that I try to keep this show very neutral politically, and my whole inspiration for it was the beginning of the pandemic, March. Things were crazy hard. We were all in kind of freak out. Everything was new. And I wanted to give everybody positive energy in any way that I could. I wanted to talk about positive stories, inspirational stories, bring out people that were doing things that were really, really inspiring so that we would keep that energy going. And as my friend Kelly, Weatherwoman Kelly, said this morning in Soundcheck, the show is also real, and I like to keep it real. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about what's real for me today and give you a couple of more links in the links for you to find out more about some things you can do. And then we're going to end the show today with a really, really beautiful video from fellow singer-songwriter Tom Prasada-Rao, who's just doing some majorly impactful work as a songwriter and human on this planet. So I want to acknowledge the power of the hearings that are currently being broadcast of the trial of former police officer Derek Chauvin for the murder of George Floyd. I don't know if you've been watching. I've been watching in and out. To each their own. In whatever way that I can, as an individual watching some of the most horrific human acts ever broadcast worldwide, I want to simply acknowledge the pain and suffering and the trauma of the Floyd family and of all those who were actually there for this event. A lot of those people are testifying in court, reliving the trauma that will be ongoing for the rest of their lives. I just want to acknowledge that suffering and pain and trauma. My wish is that those people will find the support they need to work through the complex and devastating after effects of such an event. There are ways to work through that and heal, and I just pray that they find those resources or those resources are made available. May the power and visibility of this trial lead to changes in our system of policing, changes that could prevent such heinous crimes from happening over and over and over again as they indeed have done for so long. Additionally, I want to mention a grassroots organization called Indivisible. Now, if you're progressive-minded and progressive-hearted, you probably know about this grassroots organization. They've been doing amazing work. They put out a Google document, started as a Google document called Indivisible. Anyway, there's links to find out more about what they're doing. Just an incredible movement of people working towards saving our democracy, basically. And we're on March recess. We're in recess. Congress is on recess, and there is something called the Thrive Agenda. There's something called March Recess. These are all things that you can check out. I put links in the links. Links in the links. We can do things. We can call Congress people. We can. There's some texting that we can do to just show our support and encourage our government to do things that will maintain our democracy, because we're really in a really precarious place with that. So, with all that said, I want to give a big, big thanks to Glenn Roth today for coming on the show, Kelly Bedwell, our weatherwoman, Tay Hoyle, our technical wizardress, all of you for being out there. And Tom Prasada-Rao and his buddies for putting together this video. Tom, check out Tom's work. He's quite a profound songwriter and an important voice in today's world. And we're going to end the show with his video called $20 Bill. Thank you so much for being with us today. We'll see you next Thursday.
Some people die for honor. Some people die for love. Some people die while singing to the heavens above. Some people die believing in the cross on Calvary Hill. Some people die the blink of an eye for a $20 bill. Some people go out in glory, yeah, with the wind at their back. Some get to tell their own story, write their own epitaph. Sometimes you see it coming, sometimes you don't know until you run out of breath with a knee on your neck for a $20 bill. Oh, brother, I never knew you. And now I never will. Oh, but I make this promise to you. I'll remember you still. So now, let this be our communion. It's time to break the bread. Do this in remembrance, just like the good book said. Sometimes the wine is a sacrament. Sometimes the blood is just in. Sometimes the law is the devil's last straw. The future of clear.